This month, I want to talk to you about the importance of diversity and culturally responsive teaching practices. Many times when we say diversity, we hear people say things like, I don't see color or I'm colorblind. And while these statements may be well-intentioned, Dr. Gholdy Muhammad, the author of Cultivating Genius, an equity framework for culturally and historically responsive literacy, once said that when educators say they don't see color, what they're really saying is that they are not seeing their students' cultures, genders, religion, and their magic. And aren't all of our students magical? Culturally responsive teaching practices recognize and value the diverse culture and backgrounds of the students. It involves adapting teaching methods, curriculum, and classroom practices to be more inclusive. The goal is to create a learning environment where every student feels represented, respected, and engaged in the learning. So how can we as educators create a more culturally responsive classroom? First, start out by ensuring that diversity is visible in everything that your students learn. Using diverse classroom materials, tell your students that you know and appreciate who they are. This simple step can help you and your students feel like they're valued and like they belong. Second, take a look around your classroom. Do you have a diverse classroom library? Are all of the characters the same race, the same gender, the same culture? Make sure you have diversity there. And how about your bulletin boards? Do the pictures and the posters represent the diversity that we see in the world? And do they show things that matter to their culture? Remember, students are visual learners and they should see themselves in your classroom. Third, do you regularly celebrate diversity? I'm not talking about just during Black History Month. I'm talking about 365 days of the year. And don't worry, when you incorporate culturally responsive practices, that does not mean you should sideline your learning goals. You can integrate your learning standards right into your cultural celebrations. Incorporating culturally responsive teaching practices is essential. Students who see their curriculum as being culturally relevant are more engaged in learning. And research shows that students perform better academically when the curriculum is culturally relevant. In other words, incorporating culturally responsive teaching practices is essential for creating inclusive, engaging, and effective learning environments that prepare our students for success in the diverse and interconnected world that we live in. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, consider adapting some culturally responsive teaching techniques. Thank you for listening.